Welcome back to the show, Rodney. They liked it. Rodney Crowell wrote, performed, and produced what?
Well, you know, I wrote It's Such a Small World, but Roseanne Cash sang that with me, too. That was a duet. Couldn't Leave You If I Tried. After All This Time, and She's Crazy for Leaving.
Yes, and I don't think anybody else has ever accomplished that. And if this Above and Beyond could be, of course, you didn't write that. That's a Harlan Howard song.
Harlan Howard, yeah.
So you switched off. So you're gonna break the mold here. By the way, how are you?
I'm great. Absolutely.
I like your shirt.
Thank you.
Did you get the button sewed back on?
Yeah, I did.
Boy, we were in a panic. About 5 minutes to showtime, Rodney snapped a button off, and he's trying to sew it, and one of our assistants is trying to sew it, so you got it done.
We got it, yeah.
You remember the night you came out here? No, the 3 nights you came out here, and we had a Diamonds and Dirt contest.
Marathon, yeah.
When was that?
Last fall sometime, October.
Anyway, the climax was that we gave away a real diamond, which we had some contestants dig out of a big pile of dirt, I think.
Yeah.
Correct? And the Diamonds and Dirt album, which we were kicking off with that contest, contains all these songs.
That's right.
These 4 key songs we've been talking about that you produced, recorded, and wrote, and they all became #1. Why did you, I'm going to digress for a moment. Why did you pick out the old 1961 Buck Owens hit, Above and Beyond?
Well, because in 1962, I was Buck Owens' biggest fan. And that song was the first song I ever sang in public. My dad had a weekend band in Texas, and I used to play drums. And he said, son, pick out a song that you want to sing. So that's the song I picked out. And I really loved Harlan Howard's, you know, way back then I would pick out songwriters as well as artists, you know. And so I was a big Harlan Howard fan. And when I moved to Nashville, Harlan and I became friends. We even wrote a song together that did real well. And, you know, Harlan used to have the birthday bash every
yes, he did.
September. So the last one that I sang, I performed at, instead of doing my songs, I decided to do a couple of Harlan Howard songs.
Which song did you write together?
Somewhere Tonight, Highway 101.
Okay. All right. I want to compliment, I want to say one more thing about this, and then I want to move on to something else. I want to compliment Paul Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, he wears that steel guitar out on that record.
Yes.
He did tonight.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now then, would we let a moment in history go by without doing something about it? No. And we have Mr. Roy Wunsch here tonight. He is director of the Columbia Records operation in Nashville, and he has something very special for you, Rodney. Roy, would you come out, please? Mr. Roy Wunsch.
Hey, Ralph.
Roy, I know you were just here on CBS tonight, but welcome back.
Thank you. You know, Ralph, the one thing, you did steal my thunder and why I was here to present this commemorative plaque, but the one thing you did fail to mention about Rodney writing, recording, and producing those 4 #1 records was that they are all from one album, the Diamonds and Dirt album, and that's what you forgot. And we'd like to commemorate that with this presentation, if we may.
Pardon me, Rodney, what were we just talking about?
We were talking
the
about
Diamonds and Dirt album.
He wasn't listening.
That's beautiful.
Oh, does this mean you're going to pick up my option?
We congratulate you. Thank you very much.
Roy? I assume this is emblematic of what we've been talking about.
Exactly.
So here is, if you want to follow me with the camera, you can. It's a small world, such a small world. And then, is this the proper order? I couldn't leave you if I tried, next. And then, She's Crazy for Leaving, next. And then, After All This Time. Has anybody, to your knowledge, ever accomplished this, Roy?
Rodney is the first artist in history, as a matter of fact, and that's why we're so proud.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. Mr. Roy, what is your correct title, Roy?
My correct title is Senior Vice President and General Manager of CBS in Nashville.
I wanted to make sure you got your due.
I'm not offended at all.
And I want to welcome you back to the show. He was here just the other night when we had a Nashville Now CBS salute, and it was a nice evening. He even gave us a party.
CBS seized control of the show.
That's right. Roy, thank you. And Rodney, thank you and congratulations. We're going to take a break on tonight's show. In addition to Rodney, we have Merle Haggard, we have Mason Dixon, and that beautiful Nurse Goodbody from Hee Haw, Ganilla Hutton. That's all coming up. Stay with us. We are about to have an instrumental by a great band, some members of which I have known for a long, long time, particularly the drummer and the steel player I've known a long time, Biff and Norman. And the lead guitar player tonight, I've known him somewhere, from someplace. I recognized him right away. Merle Haggard. Come over, Merle. Take a bow. Son, have a seat.
Hi, Rodney.
How are you?
Well, I've been better.
The allergies getting to you again?
No, I've got a problem. I got to have my whole upper plate pulled, and I've got a cracked plate here. And I haven't had time to go home and do it. It takes 5 days to have them pulled and put the top denture in and go on with life, but I haven't had that much time.
You're having bridge work put in?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a couple of questions.
Makes it hard to talk, let alone sing, you know?
Well, we'll work our way through this. I was talking to Rodney about Above and Beyond, and he tells me that Wayne Stewart had the first record of that. And
I think he did.
And as I recall, you used to play lead guitar for Wayne Stewart.
Oh, I played bass for Wayne.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, Roy Nichols was playing there, Ralph Mooney, Helen Price, and myself. That was the band that Wayne had at the Nashville, Nevada club at the time. He made most of those records.
So how long was this before you recorded All My Friends Are Gonna Be Strangers?
We're talking about like 61, 62 that I worked and played bass over there. I worked over there for 1 year. And I'm talking about over there, I'm talking about Las Vegas. And then I came back to Bakersfield in 63, and I think we made that record that year. And we also made Just Between the Two of Us that year. We made it with that band we're talking about, the Ralph Mooney, Roy Nichols, and those guys.
And in case you have forgotten, All My Friends Are Gonna Be Strangers was his first hit, and hence the name The Strangers, the band that he's had all these years. Let me move on to something else. Have you made a record with Johnny Paycheck in prison?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago, we went down to Chillicothe, Ohio, and were you folks from the prison, or are you just from Ohio?
Did you do an album with Johnny Paycheck?
We went down and did an album with Johnny, and he did a couple of songs that you're all familiar with. He did Elvis's Old Jailhouse Rock, and he did the Whitey Schaefer tune, I'll Break Out Again Tonight. And he did a
Did he also sing Wayne Stewart's Wishful Thinking?
No, I didn't do that. He did the old violin awfully good, though. Remember the song he just had out? He did a recut on that.
Now, you're saying what he did. Did you sing together?
No, he did a show, and I did a show. And I did Johnny Cash's old tune, Bad News. And did...
well, I guess what I'm
Sing Me
trying
Back
to...
Home.
See, I got the impression that the two of you recorded some songs together.
No.
That's not true.
It didn't happen. We couldn't get it all done. We just had 1 day to do it all. We went into prison. He had some things he chosen he wanted to do, and I had some things chosen I wanted to do. I wrote a song for him to do, and I wound up doing it myself. It's called From Inside the Walls. Now, what they may do is they may take that into a studio and put John's voice on there with me, but at the time we couldn't get it all done. And so that's the status of that album.
How could he get out of prison to go to the studio?
I don't think that can be done. We pulled all the strings we can pull, and we can't get it done. You know?
How long will he be in, Merle?
I think John has a sentence from 7 to 9 years is what the sentence is, and he is still appealing the sentence, and with hopes that he may still win.
Okay, we need to take a break. Excuse me. We've had Rodney Crowell and Merle Haggard, and following this break, we'll have Mason Dixon. We'll be right back. It's not one of those 4 consecutive numbers. Rodney, I was going to ask you how are Roseanne and the new baby?
Real good. Rose is doing real good. The baby's 7 months old now, bouncing around. She's wonderful. My mother and 2 of my daughters are here tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Caitlin and Chelsea and Cosette are here.
Can you point to could they stand up?
Stand up, kiddos.
Okay. There's Mom and 2 of the kids. Hi, Mom. How are you? What are the girls' names? What are the girls' names?
Caitlin, 9, and Chelsea's 7.
What's Mom's name?
Mother's name is Cosette.
Well, we're happy to have all of you with us. Thank you very much. Now, my time is so limited on this program, I have to jump around to things that are on my mind. This is Merle Haggard's 25th anniversary from a standpoint of making records, 1964 to 1989. Are you going to commemorate that?
Yeah, I think so. You asked me a while ago about this song, the new song I have is not on the album.
Tonight we're going to debut a new song about saving the flag, and we'll talk more about that when we get to that point. Well, I know that you ran into the Tower Studio in Hollywood and recorded the new song the other day, and this was after this album came out.
Yeah. The
501 Blues, and this album is new.
Well, we simply read the song on stage in Santa Rosa, California, and 2 networks read it on the next evening news, and so we felt it was something we should cut right away.
All right, now I will come back to that song, but well, I guess what I'm asking is this song going to be a part of a 25-year commemorative
I just
LP?
spoke to Roy once on the way in, and he agreed to it. To do an album called The American, and this will be the forerunner for that album, which will include all the patriotic, controversial songs that I've done over the years.
So you're going to reissue Fighting Sight of Me, Okie from Muskogee?
Yeah, all that, and Rainbow Stew, and Are the Good Times Really Over, and that's the way it was in '51. Things have to do with the American way.
Merle, you happen to be one of my good friends, so you know I don't have to blow you any smoke.
No, not necessary.
But I think you may be the greatest country singer to ever do it.
Well, that's saying a lot right there.
You do it so well.
Oh, well, hey.
And have done it so well for these past 25 years.
You may have lost your mind, you know that.
I think a lot of people agree with me, too.
Thank you, Ralph.
Okay, we're gonna now. Merle, why don't you use this mic, if you will? Well, you're wearing one too, aren't you? Merle Haggard is here tonight with a mission. As some of you may already know, he's very upset about the desecration of the American flag. And I want you to pick up the story there, Merle, if you will, please.
Well, I just wrote a song. I got so angry that I wrote a song about it. And we have a release now on CBS and the new single that's in the charts. And I read this thing in Santa Rosa the other night. And the next day, a couple of networks covered it. And we've just I don't think I've ever seen a song act this way before it was recorded, and we just got through recording it, and we've had about 2 weeks of the public demand to do it.
Is the song out yet?
It isn't out yet, but it acts like it is, you know.
All right, excuse me, what is your approach in this song?
I don't know. I just felt kind of helpless. I thought, you know, it seems like there's some unwritten laws somewhere. There's certain things you can't do. There's certain things you take for granted. You can't go get a license to rob a bank, you know, and you can't do silly things or silly things. And I think this is a silly thing that we have to go make an amendment not to burn the American flag after things like the American flag stands for, and the Mount Suribachi, you know, to the Holocaust. You know, it has so many, means so many different things to so many people, and it angered me tremendously to see we have to vote on something like that.
What is the name of your song?
It's called Me and Crippled Soldiers.
So is this about crippled soldiers who...
I don't know, the thought came to me when I saw it. I thought, I felt helpless, like I'm just a little guitar player, and I thought doesn't anybody but me and the disabled veterans of America care about this, and how can this happen?
I believe you told me before the show that you're going to give the proceeds from the song to the disabled American veterans.
Yeah, just so that nobody gets confused as to why I'm doing it.
So nobody will think you're trying to capitalize on an idea. All right. Here's Merle to sing a forthcoming song called Me and Crippled Soldiers. Ray, you mentioned that you performed, you read this as a poem on stage. We're in California?
Well, what happened was we were on tour, and I just happened to see this situation on television, and it angered me, and I wrote this song, and we didn't have time to rehearse the song or even learn it. So instead of messing it up, I just decided to read the lyric to the audience, and I read half of it, and it was something, because the people came to their feet simultaneously, as though they'd been rehearsing it for 2 weeks, and it seemed like they all had the same look on their face, and it was like a look of shock. And I think it was because they realized that I'd said something that was right, and it was such a sad song. I mean, everybody had the same look on their face, and it's really a sad song.
All right. How many times have you performed this song on the road?
Well, we've done it 4 or 5 times, I guess.
Has the response always been the same?
Yeah, everywhere.
Do people come up and talk to you about it?
They've called from all over the world, even Australia, all over the United States, different newspapers. It's been on the front page, I understand, of the Dallas Herald. And Peter Jennings and David Brinkley called. Paul Harvey has called. I think, without having to check, it's been the most responsive piece of material I've ever had anything to do with it. It's kind of scary.
Now, I am told by CBS that it is going to be issued as a cassette single. Perhaps later it will be in the album, the 25th anniversary album.
We hope to that it'll be the forerunner of a patriotic album or an American album that has to do with all those songs I've had through the years, and in conjunction with our silver anniversary in this business.
You enjoyed this business?
I love this business, yes.
25 years of hit songs from Merle Haggard. We don't have time for an audience segment today, but this is an aside because you've done a lot of train songs, and someone, I think on one of your album covers, you had the trains that were in your house in Bakersfield. Somebody asked me tonight, whatever happened to your toy trains?
Well, they're in boxes, packed away on my ranch and recording studio in Northern California. And one of these days soon we hope to erect a museum and hotel in the area and display them again. You know, we built a house out there and we built a studio, and at the same time we were trying to build a model train set, and the house and the studio were done before the train set ever got half done. So it's a lot of work, but it's a dream of mine to do that, and maybe I'll complete it somewhere.
I hope so.
Thank you.
We'll take a break, my friends. We'll be right back to Nashville now after this. Before I go on, I want to give the address again if you would like to express your opinion as to whether we should have an amendment making it against the law to burn the flag. If you have some thoughts on this, I would like to hear from you. You can send it to this address you see on your screen, to Nashville Now, 2806 Opryland Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37214. We would love to hear from you. Merle Haggard has a new album called The 501 Blues, and you actually have two singles out.
Better Love Next Time is a Johnny Christopher song that's doing real well on the charts, and I hope that the stations will keep playing it because it has nothing to do with this song. This is from a different album, and I was just not able to perform that song tonight. Like I say, I've been down with my throat, and so.
I understand.
But we have both singles out.
This album, we've talked about a lot on this program, called Diamonds and Dirt. It's the one from which Rodney has acquired the 4 #1 singles. He's going to pick out another song from this album. Play the Hot Licks on the piano. Let me tell you that tomorrow night Michael Johnson will be here, Jimmy C. Newman, Frankie Staten, and Shotgun Red. That'll be tomorrow night's show. And tonight we want to thank all these nice people. First of all, Mason Dixon. Miss Danella Hutton, who is in town making a speech for the American Cancer Society.
Right, the Phi Beta Psi sorority, which is a non-academic national sorority of women who raise money strictly for cancer research. And I was here today for them, and they're great.
Nice to see you, Danella. Mr. Merle Haggard. Merle, nice to see you.
Nice to be here again, Ralph.
Come back to see me.
Hope to see you soon.
I hope you will. Over here in the wild shirt, Rodney Crowell. My friends, that's all the time we have for this edition of Nashville Now. Thank you for watching, and thanks to you folks for coming to see us. Mr. Whitehurst, let's go home. Good night, everybody.